What is up, Metal for Metal Universe? We are here. I am PJ Steven, and of course, this is not Dennis Parker. This is Jason Willis, because we are starting a new Metal for Metal segment right here on the Metal for Metal Network called, well, it's going to be called Insert Name Here Meets Metal, and this time the insert name is, of course, Jason Willis. So Jason, thank you for coming on the show, man.
PJ, thank you for having me on, man.
You know, man, you're going to be the first one on the Meets Metal.
Tremendous. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm pretty excited, and this is for someone who doesn't know a whole lot about heavy metal or hasn't listened to a whole lot of it. So I'm really curious as to how you're going to react to this. So tell me a little bit, what does Jason Willis do?
Well, DJ, karaoke jock, wrestling manager, comic book enthusiast.
He does a lot. He's perfect for the show.
I'm into a lot of things.
He's perfect for the show, I'll tell you what. That's awesome. So what is your what do you say the kind of genre of music that you like?
I don't know if it's a genre. I was a huge Prince guy. I mean, you know, R.I.P. So I was big into him, but my parents actually were, you know, for parents from being from like North Alabama, which you'd think there.
Mm-hmm.
No, they were into a variety of music. I mean, everything from country to Motown to you know, just a little bit of everything. And my dad was a musician. He was a drummer and he played guitar in bands. So, you know, music was always around. But yeah, Prince was my stuff. So, not to say I've never listened to any metal in my life. I mean, I've listened to some Metallica, Megadeth, also, you know, early Black Sabbath and those types of things. So, you know, I have a little familiarity with it, but it's not I wouldn't call it my genre. So.
Excellent. So, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
So you know, like the basics, Black Sabbath, and
sure.
Deep Purple, and all that.
Uh-huh.
All right, we're gonna try to get you into something right now. I'm very excited. Very excited for this. What we're gonna do, we're gonna have you listen to 2 songs.
Okay.
All right. These are songs that we have predetermined that you do not know about. Am I correct? You don't know.
I have no idea what they're gonna give me.
No idea what
right
this is.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen is Jason Willis is gonna put on his headphones. I will play the song, and our lovely editor Dennis will be able to put the song onto the video so that you can hear it. And if you've never heard these songs before, definitely try and check them out and you know, see what they're all about. So thank you guys very much for being patient. We're going to start it on right now. And your first song, my friend, is a band that I'm particularly in love with. They're a little bit different. They're a little heavier than your Metallica and your Megadeth. Okay. And it is called Overkill. Okay. Do you know anything about this band?
Nothing at all.
You're going to hear a song called Elimination.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Jason Willis, I'm going to get you to take it away. Good. Now, all right. I will take this opportunity to tell you I played the wrong song. I thought. Well, I thought that it was on Elimination, but it was actually on Time to Kill, which actually opens the album Years of Decay.
And you know, that wasn't a bad little track. That I kind of had. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I can't really see what's going on the computer here. Is that a late '80s? Track or no? Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
I kind of had that feeling.
It was an 89.
It had a very if it would describe it, I guess for somebody first time listening, it had a very Megadeth kind of feel to it.
Okay.
But it had almost the guy's voice. That opening scream got me.
Right.
And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm kind of digging this. And then I heard his voice. I was like, that's very Brian Johnson, Bon Scott kind of high.
It's really, scratchy.
It's an interesting little track.
I can't.
I was gonna say, where does the word eliminator come from?
I was gonna say, I can't believe I played the wrong one. Because I was looking at it, because I know Elimination's only maybe 4 minutes long, which is why I came back into camera, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that one was pretty long.
And I even mouthed to our editor, Dennis, was like, I played the wrong song. Yeah, but you know what? It's all metal. It's all fantastic. I'm glad you're into it.
Yeah, I actually dug that one. That's something I would listen to, or certainly would have listened to back up '89.
Back in the
Gosh,
day?
I was 17 or 18 back then, so
Okay.
yeah, I would have dug it for sure.
The next song you're going to be listening to
Okay.
is by a band actually a guy. His name is King Diamond.
And that sounds familiar. I don't know why it does.
He used to be in a band called Merciful Fate.
Okay.
And Metallica has covered him a couple times. It was off their album Garage Inc. But King Diamond is an amazing metal artist. He puts on a hell of a show. And I think that this will coincide with a little bit of Overkill. But
Okay.
picture it more as every song has a story.
Okay.
And especially this song you're going to be hearing, which is called Welcome Home. It's also in the movie Clerks 2, if you've never seen that.
Oh.
Also, I'm probably supposed to tell you guys as well that we don't own any of these songs. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm going to say it just in case. We don't own any of these songs, YouTube.
Don't sue us.
Don't sue us. So we're going to get Welcome Home geared up for you now. And you ready to go?
Absolutely.
All right, again, this is King Diamond with Welcome Home. What did you think of that?
Well, truth in advertising. I thought there was some great guitar play in that song. I think the thing that bugged me was kind of the voice.
Oh, really? Right into the voice?
It went from all these gravelly places, and then it went real high with the epic falsetto, and I don't know. It just seemed kind of
all over the place.
All over the place,
yeah.
And kind of operatic for. I mean, maybe that's that guy's style. He's a storyteller. He's, told me he's a storyteller, and there's a story in every song. Comparing the two tracks, I like the Overkill track better. Just honestly,
Overkill track better. Okay,
yeah.
I'll take it. That album is really good, man. Coming out in '89, and then not Elimination, Time to Kill. I mean, it's a great single.
King Diamond. Sorry, I appreciate the artistry that went into that. I mean, there was parts where I was kind of into it, and then he went from and I was just okay. I'm kind of getting lost here because the vocals are all over the place, and maybe that's just a personal preference or a generational thing. I don't know.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Some people can appreciate, and that's what King Diamond looks like, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Showing you.
Yeah. There you
go. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is like his album work, like down here. Yeah. So that's a good picture of his face, and so and if you look at the face paint and all that, he really and that's how he was in Merciful Fate as well.
Okay.
Anyway, I truly appreciate King Diamond's right now. Overkill as well, though. Is there any kind of other bands that heavy metal bands that you would know of that you could compare to this? I know you know of bands like Megadeth and Slayer. And
I don't know if I could compare necessarily that. You're gonna find it funny. The Transformers soundtrack, I always liked Lion. That they were really cool. And I was like, wait a minute, where did they go?
You talking White Lion or
no? I'm sorry, they were just called Lion.
Lion, I've never heard of them. I've heard of White Lion. They're a '80s metal band.
I'm pretty sure that band was just called Lion, and they did the theme song. It's like Transformers.
Oh, the animated.
Yes, the animated.
Okay, I'm with you. No,
you're
talking about the movies.
That's why I was not Linkin Park.
Because I hate the movies and I hate Linkin Park.
No.
Okay. Well, it's same the guys that did the Pokemon soundtrack.
Yes.
They were kind of. I mean, they had a voice. They were cool.
Like I said, this King Diamond guy or the band or whatever. I'm not saying doesn't have talent. It's just vocally, it wasn't for me.
I understand.
But I mean, there was some serious, some rocking guitar in there.
Hell yeah.
So obviously we're just comparing two tracks tonight. Like I said, what do you think? I like the first one better.
Overkill. Overkill
Yeah.
and Diamond. You understand?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's just my opinion.
No,
Other people might think.
I also want to ask, in comparison to like you're not an old guy, but comparison to what people.
I'm getting ready to be mid-40s.
That's
next
not
month.
old. That's not old. You know, a lot of people say, you know, back in the day it was, you know, Elvis and the Beatles were the devil.
Right.
Would you think that, I guess, elders look at that the same way that elders these days look at bands like this, like Ozzy Osbourne and
Sure.
Sabbath?
I know when I was growing up that there was a big thing about Ozzy, and that's when I was kind of a young guy, probably in the early 80s. No, I don't see it. I personally don't see it that way. I take it as artistry.
Because you're no censor at all.
No, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
it's
I mean, look at look at all the stuff that I'm into.
Exactly.
No, I like I said, I take it all as artistry. People have different stories to tell, and not everybody's story is a happy-go-lucky tale.
Exactly.
And going back to Prince for a minute, you know, I never realized how much pain was in some of those songs. You hear the songs, and I know this is not metal. Sorry, guys. But
hey, if you don't like Prince, I don't know what's wrong.
So much of his childhood was wrapped up in the songs that I never realized until much later in life. You know, it's like what kind of life, and then you find out what kind of life he had, and then it's like, and there's a lot of songs with mother and father, and
like the
and
movie
all those
Purple Rain
things.
had a lot to do with that. Yeah.
There was so there was a lot of that background, and again, but going back to metal, you know, everybody thought Ozzy was the devil. I love Ozzy. I mean, I think Ozzy's done some fantastic
and I can
stuff.
definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Fucking Osbourne.
Yeah, I never saw it as people worship it. And I heard this about a lot of bands. I never thought of it as like people worshiping Satan or that it was evil music or anything like that. It was just a different genre. It was a harder, faster, or at least in most cases, a harder, faster, just another extension of the way music had transformed. Like the early Sabbath, you know, it had some fast parts, but it was kind of a dun 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 dun.
Yeah, very melodic.
Dun, right.
Yeah.
And then where you got the progression, Randy Rhoads. He introduced the classical element.
Yeah.
Into those guitar riffs.
It's like Megadeth with Dave Mustaine and all that.
Sure.
I appreciate this insight. This is coming from someone who hardly doesn't even listen to heavy metal.
Right.
I love to pick Jason's brain. He has a lot of thoughts on a lot of cool shit that a lot of people are really into, whether it's comics, wrestling, or heavy metal music in general.
Right. I think it's just a natural, everything evolves, and I think it's just a natural progression as time moved on. Let's play faster. Let's play louder.
Let's change it up. I understand.
Let's change it up. So.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, I really appreciate you being on the show.
No problem.
Jason,
Thank you.
You are not going to walk home empty-handed. Everyone that also comes on the Metal for Metal show is going to get a little something. This is the Trooper beer bottle.
And I know who those guys are.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
So that is
awesome.
for you to take home.
Thank you.
You are also going to take home, for my personal collection, you're going to take home my copy of Black Sabbath Mob Rules, which is 1981 album, came out with Ron and James Dio singing for Sabbath.
Yes, the Dio years.
Dio years. So that is for you to take home and you enjoy.
Wonderful, my friend.
Thank you, Jason,
so
again for being on the show.
No
of course, guys, my name is PJ Steven, the editor, Dennis Parker. That's Jason Willis, and you have been on, of course, Metal for Metal Network with Jason Willis meets metal, and I'd like to say he enjoyed metal. Thank you guys very much. We'll catch you guys next week for the news.